2 angels from heaven are trying to warn you. They are begging you to hear them. This is their last attempt. Open it quickly. Archangel Michael says this message is not just a whisper from the skies. It is a desperate cry echoing through the corridors of heaven. For days, 2 radiant angels have hovered near your life, their wings trembling with urgency, their voices almost breaking as they try to reach your spirit. They have seen what you cannot see, heard what you cannot hear, and tonight, this moment, they are making their final attempt to warn you before it's too late. In the golden expanse of heaven, these 2 angels, Ellen and Seraphina, have been watching you with unshakable devotion. Every step you've taken, every silent tear you've shed, every smile you've forced despite the weight on your heart, they have seen it all. Their mission is pure and filled with light, yet unseen shadows around your life threaten to silence their warnings forever. The sky tonight is heavier than it seems. There's a stirring in the spiritual realm that your physical eyes cannot yet perceive. 2 angels stand at the gates of your destiny, waving heavenly banners, pleading for your attention. This is not an ordinary sign, not a gentle nudge from above. This is a divine alarm sounding through the very fibers of your existence. Archangel Michael says they have tried before, softly, subtly, through dreams, fleeting chills on your skin, whispers you thought were just imagination. But darkness has been trying to drown out their voices, weaving confusion around you, hoping you never hear the truth. Tonight, heaven cannot stay silent anymore. The first angel, Ellen, carries the light of discernment. He's been stationed by your side since the day you were born, a silent guardian shielding you from dangers you never knew were near. Ellen has fought battles in realms unseen, battles that, had they been lost, would have changed your life in ways too heavy to bear. Seraphina, the second angel, is a messenger of divine timing. Her wings shimmer with golden fire, and every beat carries the rhythm of heaven's clock. She has been trying to align your steps with miracles waiting for you, yet forces of deception keep pulling you away from where your blessings truly flow. Both angels now stand together, hands clasped in urgency, their voices trembling as they plead with you. They've been sending signs, a feather that appeared where none should be, a sudden wind brushing your face indoors, a repetitive number that keeps flashing before your eyes. All these were not coincidences, but their attempts to make you look up and notice them. Archangel Michael says these angels are not just watching, they are fighting for you. Here's a decision you're about to make, a person you're about to trust, a path you're being lured toward that could derail the blessings heaven has lined up for you. Ellen and Seraphina see the full picture. They know what's being planned behind closed doors, what's whispered in rooms you will never step into, and they are begging you not to walk blindly into what they already know will harm you. Even as you read this, you may feel a weight pressing on your chest, a stillness in the air, a strange knowing that something beyond the ordinary is happening, that is them. That is heaven bending close, trying one final time to pierce through the noise of the world and reach your soul before it's too late. The angels have tried to warn you through people too, an unexpected comment from a stranger, a friend's sudden concern, even a child's innocent remark that felt oddly pointed. You brightened off, thinking it was nothing, but it was everything. Each moment was heaven's attempt to steer you away from unseen danger. Ellen has been battling tirelessly against a shadow that has been trying to plant seeds of confusion in your mind. This shadow whispers lies, distorts truths, makes harmful things look harmless and safe paths look uncertain. Without realizing, you've been inches away from choices that would cost you dearly, not just in this season but in the destiny written for you long ago. Serafina has been delaying certain events in your life, creating divine detours that frustrated you but actually saved you from traps you couldn't see. A meeting cancelled at the last minute. An opportunity that slipped away just when you thought it was yours. All of it was orchestrated protection, not rejection. Heaven has been rewriting moments around you to shield you, and now they are pleading for you to trust this guidance fully. A storm is brewing, not in the skies above but in the unseen currents around your future. People around you may be smiling to your face while concealing intentions that the angels already know. Plans are being drawn that you are not yet privy to. Heaven's last attempt tonight is to awaken you to these truths so you can rise above them before they unfold. Archangel Michael says you are not powerless. Within you is a spark of divine light that darkness has been trying desperately to smother. The reason Alan and Serafina are fighting so hard for you is because of what you are destined to become. Someone whose voice carries freedom, whose steps allot blessings not just for yourself but for many others connected to you. If you ignore this final call, the angels fear they won't be able to shield you from what's coming. Their wings are strong, but they cannot override your free will. This is why they are desperate. They need you to open your eyes, open your heart, and heed the direction they have been whispering all along. There's a place you were meant to be, a person meant to cross your path, a miracle waiting with your name etched in divine light. You've been drifting close to losing it. Drawn by distractions and false promises that look golden but are hollow. Tonight, Heaven's last attempt is to snatch you back before the wrong step changes everything. From this moment on, you may notice an increase in signs around you. You might hear your name when no one is there, see glimmers of light in the corner of your vision, or feel an unexplainable pull to change a decision you were about to finalize. These are not random. These are Alan and Serafina working tirelessly to guide you back to safety. A hidden danger has been creeping closer, someone plotting in shadows, a deceitful offer wrapped in sweetness, a situation that feels harmless but has strings attached. The angels see it all. They've been trying to stop you from walking into it because once you do, undoing it will be far harder than avoiding it now. Archangel Michael says you must pause, breathe, and let divine clarity settle over you. The noise of fear, the pressure of deadlines, the whispers of people with half-truths, it's all part of a web designed to pull you out of heaven's alignment. The angels are now drawing a line in spiritual light, standing as a barrier between you and those dangers, but they need your attention to strengthen it. This moment is not just a warning, it's an invitation. Heaven is opening a new path for you, brighter than you've dared to dream, safer than you thought possible. To step into it, you must let go of the choices that are not meant for you. You must heed the tugging in your spirit that's been urging you to wait, to look again, to listen closer. You are not reading this by chance. Elian guided your steps here. Serafina ensured this message reached you now, not later, because later would have been too late. This is the turning point heaven has been working toward for weeks, even months, lining every second to bring you to this very warning. From now on, you will feel them closer. In dreams, they will come, not with fear but with light, holding symbols only you will recognize. In quiet moments, you'll sense their wings brushing against your atmosphere. A warmth wrapping your shoulders when you needed comfort most. Archangel Michael says heaven's final attempt is also heaven's greatest promise. If you listen, if you stop running past these signs, your destiny will be preserved. The traps laid out against you will collapse before you reach them. The people planning harm will expose themselves without you having to lift a finger. What was stolen from you will return tenfold. But first, you must let Elian and Seraphina guide you fully. Trust the dieters. Cuss the sudden urges to change direction. Trust the divine delays that confuse you now but will save you later. The angels are not your enemies. They are your shield forged in light. Tonight, as the stars move across the velvet sky, heaven leans closer than ever before. The two angels kneel before the throne, praying with all their might that you will not dismiss this message as mere words. Their love for you is fierce, their mission unwavering. But only you can complete the circle by choosing to listen. When dawn breaks, the first rays of sunlight will carry a shift in your atmosphere. You may not see it immediately, but spiritually, barriers are being torn down, and pathways cleared. Darkness knows its time is short, and will try to fight back, but you will not face it alone. Elian and Seraphina will stand like pillars of fire around you, their final attempt now transforming into a lifetime of guidance. This is more than a warning. This is heaven's rescue mission unfolding before your very eyes. The moment you embrace it, chains you didn't even know you were wearing will begin to break. Invisible threats will lose their power. And you will walk forward, not stumbling, but rising into a life that darkness can no longer touch. Archangel Michael says, this is your moment to waken, to step out of the fog and into divine clarity. The angels have risked everything to reach you because they know the greatness that lies ahead for you. Trust them now, and nothing prepared against you will stand. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $1. 20. Archangel Michael says the angels are still here, hovering in the unseen spaces of your room, whispering through the still air as you read. This is not over. Heaven will not stop until the weight on your heart begins to lift. Elian stands at your right side, Seraphina at your left, forming an unbreakable shield of light around you. As the night deepens, their presence strengthens. They are pouring heavenly courage into your spirit, washing away fear and hesitation that once clouded your decisions. You may feel a sudden warmth, a pulse of energy that doesn't come from the room's temperature. It's a sign that they are near, fighting unseen battles for you. Every shadow that tried to whisper doubt in your ear is being silenced. Every plan laid against you is unraveling in the spiritual realm even before it touches your life. The angels are lifting burdens from your shoulders that you didn't even know you were carrying. Archangel Michael says these victories are not coincidences. They are answers to the desperate prayers these angels have been lifting on your behalf. For nights uncounted, they've been at the feet of the throne of heaven, pleading for your safety, waiting for one more chance to guide you before darkness could move closer. Elian and Seraphina are now moving swiftly through the timelines of your destiny, mending threads that were frayed, weaving light where shadows tried to take root. Choices that once seemed confusing are being made clear. Faces that once appeared trustworthy but carried hidden betrayal are being revealed for who they truly are. This is not just protection. It is restoration. Lost opportunities are circling back, not because of luck, but because the angels are pulling them out of the hands of those who tried to steal them from you. Conversations once twisted against you are being straightened in divine truth. Even the physical spaces you walk through are shifting. Rooms that once felt heavy with unseen tension will soon feel lighter, almost as if invisible chains have been shattered. Hellion walks ahead of you, burning away lingering darkness that sought to trap your footsteps. Seraphina follows close behind, ensuring no harm lingers in your wake. Archangel Michael says you will notice unexpected peace soon, a calm that makes no earthly sense. At peace is a sign that heaven's rescue is working. It's not just protection from what is coming. It's healing for what has already happened. The angels are also whispering into the hearts of people around you, those meant to help you rise but who have been hesitant or misled. These people will soon feel compelled to step forward, to reveal truths, to assist in ways they never dared before. Hellion and Seraphina are turning hearts, opening eyes, and realigning relationships to support your destiny. This divine rearrangement may look like sudden endings or surprising new beginnings. Trust them. What leaves now is meant to, for it was only a barrier to the blessings trying to reach you. What arrives will feel almost too perfect to be real, but it will be heaven's way of making up for lost time. Archangel Michael says the final attempt of these angels is not just to warn you but to usher you into a transformation that cannot be undone. This message marks the line where old battles end and new victories begin. From this moment, Hellion will stir discernment within you like never before. You'll feel instinctively drawn toward truth and repelled by deceit. Seraphina will guide your timing flawlessly, placing you in the right place at the right moment to receive blessings meant only for you. The heavens are rejoicing already, knowing that this message has reached you. Celestial bells ring softly, signaling a shift in your spiritual atmosphere. The two angels are no longer just begging. They are beginning to sing psalms of victory over your future. Archangel Michael says their mission will continue long after this moment. This is not a fleeting message but a permanent change in your divine protection. From today forward, you will walk under a canopy of light so strong that darkness will tremble before it reaches you. Even your nights will be different. Dreams that once confused or frightened you will now bring clarity and strength. You'll awaken with renewed energy, knowing that heaven itself guarded your rest. Hellion will stand watch through every night, while Seraphina will prepare every dawn with opportunities meant for you alone. And as you take each step in the coming days, remember this moment, not as a warning that frightened you but as the hour heaven stretched down its hand and pulled you fully into safety and destiny. Archangel Michael says the angels are smiling now, knowing their final attempt has become a triumph. They will stay by your side, their wings ever present, their guidance ever clear. Your story is not over. It is just beginning. Under the watch of heaven's fiercest protectors, Hellion now walks before you, not just as a guardian but as a divine torchbearer. His presence causes falsehood to tremble and deception to dissolve before it reaches your ears. He is illuminating the hidden traps you were never meant to fall into. Every delayed moment, every painful detour you thought was punishment was, in truth, His hands shifting the ground to keep you from falling. He has shattered contracts made against you in secret, contracts your eyes have never seen but that your soul narrowly escaped. this angel has broken chains that were meant to bind your future to sorrow. And Seraphine, she has not stopped singing since this message began to reach you. Her voice has become a melody that reactivates your gifts, your forgotten talents, the dreams you locked away out of fear or failure. She is resurrecting parts of you that even you thought had died. She has reached deep into your past, gathering every moment of pain, betrayal, and rejection, and is now preparing to turn it into wisdom, into power, into elevation. What once broke you will soon become your foundation. What was meant to humiliate you will become the very thing that opens doors to honor. A shift is beginning to occur in your relationships. The angels are stepping into your connections now, clearing out those who were sent to drain you and drawing in those who carry light. You may start noticing certain people suddenly distancing themselves. Do not grieve their exit. Ellen is cutting spiritual cords that were never meant to be attached to you. These cords have been leaking your energy, your confidence, your clarity. With each cut, you'll begin to feel more like yourself again, stronger, lighter, more focused. Seraphina, meanwhile, is drawing divine companions toward you. These are people who will see your true worth, not question it. They will hold space for your visions, not dismiss them. With them, you won't feel the need to explain your soul, it will be understood naturally, as if it was always meant to be. Archangel Michael says, these relationships are part of the great alignment. Heaven is preparing the right people to walk with you into the next chapter. Some of them may arrive suddenly, through chance encounters, unexpected invitations, or even a reconnection from the past. Watch closely. Nothing is random anymore. As this alignment takes form, you will start to feel an internal fire that wasn't there before. This is the activation of your divine purpose. Ellen and Seraphina are not just shielding you, they are awakening you. They are guiding you back to the assignment you were created to fulfill. You may feel restless. You may begin to question everything you've accepted as normal. That is the angels shifting your spirit out of survival and into destiny. They are moving you from passivity into action, from silence into voice, from hiddenness into visibility. You were not born to blend in. You were born to disturb darkness, to carry light that terrifies what hides in the shadows. The spiritual warfare that has increased lately is not a sign you're weak. It's proof that heaven is investing heavily in your calling. Archangel Michael says the final warning the angels are giving is not one of fear but of opportunity. You are being invited into an hour of transformation. Everything changes from here. What you choose to do next will either set the fire of heaven ablaze within you or allow the old cycles to repeat one more time. Even now, Seraphina is working in your time and space. She is orchestrating opportunities, divine surprises, and divine encounters. She is softening hearts that once rejected you, reopening doors that were slammed in your face, writing the script you thought was over. Don't resist the urge to move differently. If something feels uncomfortable, heavy, or off, that's not fear. That's discernment. Elion is sharpening your inner knowing to protect you before harm arrives. He's empowering you to say no, even when the world tells you to say yes. You'll feel like you're being pulled away from the familiar. That is Seraphina leading you into divine unfamiliarity, into a realm where miracles move and the air smells like new beginnings. Trust it, even when it doesn't make sense. Heaven never calls you to what you can understand, only to what your soul can recognize. And now, Archangel Michael says there is one more warning, one more shift, coming within days. This moment will require you to choose between comfort and calling, between pleasing people and obeying heaven. The angels are preparing you for that choice. They will not force it, but they will stand ready to act the moment you align with truth. A hidden blessing is also forming in the realm of your finances. You've been experiencing restriction, delay, or even unexplained loss. That is not because you are failing. It is because someone attached to your life is not meant to be part of your overflow. Elian has already started breaking that connection. You may feel a sudden urge to release something, someone, or even a belief you've held onto for years. Follow that urge. Your abundance is on the other side of obedience. Seraphina has been whispering in your spirit to look again at something you dismissed, a dream, a business idea, a calling you thought was too late to pursue. She is weaving favor into that very errand now. Within weeks, the first tangible signs will appear, but only if you move when prompted. This is not about hustle. This is about heaven. What you're walking into isn't earned. It's inherited. It was prepared for you long ago, before the world tried to make you forget your worth. And now the angels are shouting across eternity to remind you who you really are. Archangel Michael says there will be resistance, but not from heaven. The resistance will come from the parts of you still tied to old pain. The version of you that accepted less, tolerated abuse, remained silent when you should have spoken. This version will try to survive, but it can't walk with you into what's next. You are being made new. You are being transformed not just in mind, but in soul. The angels are surrounding you with fire to burn away every lie ever spoken over your identity, more limits, more thinking, more self-abandonment. And with this purification comes resurrection. Alien is restoring your voice. Seraphina is restoring your timing. Together, they are restoring your authority. You will no longer walk beneath the weight of manipulation, fear, or spiritual suppression. You will rise. And when you do, those who tried to silence you will no longer recognize you. Not because you changed into someone else, but because you finally became who you've always been. In the next 48 hours, expect an unusual confirmation. It will come through a symbol only you will understand. A name, a song, a dream, or even a face from the past. Don't dismiss it. It will be the angels letting you know the shift has begun. From that point forward, nothing will remain the same. The old cycles will break, the old narratives will dissolve. Heaven will accelerate what you once thought would take years to build. Archangel Michael says, this is your turning point. This is what the angels were begging you to hear. Their final attempt was never a threat. It was a divine invitation, and you have accepted it simply by reading, listening, and believing. Let the silence now be filled with light. Let your path now be filled with clarity. Let your soul rise to the level your spirit was always destined for. Archangel Michael says, the two angels who were once weeping for you are now rejoicing. You listen. You saw. You awakened. Now heaven will move in ways so fast, so precise, and so miraculous that even your enemies will fall silent. And as you rise, remember this. You were never forgotten. You were never abandoned. You were simply being protected until you were ready to see the truth. Now that you do, the heavens open. The way clears, the light intensifies. And you will never walk alone again. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $1.20. Elian and Seraphina are now standing before the blueprint of your life, etched in divine fire and preserved beyond human interference. What they see is stunning. An elevation that will affect not only you, but generations that follow. They are no longer begging. They are now commanding the darkness to retreat from your bloodline. The delays you have faced were never a denial from heaven, but a battle for timing. If you had moved too early, what was meant for you would have collapsed. Now, because you have listened, the timing is aligned. The angels are singing. Now. Now. Now is the hour. Archangel Michael says, there are scrolls being opened in the heavenly realm, records that were sealed until your obedience activated them. Generational blessings long withheld are now being released because of your response to this moment. These are not just blessings of wealth or material things, though they are coming. These are inheritances of peace, clarity, identity, and holy fire that will consume everything that was built to destroy you. The two angels who once fought in silence are now preparing to walk with you openly. You may not see them, but your soul will know. Your thoughts will feel clearer, your heart will feel lighter. The tension that once sat on your chest like a stone will suddenly be gone. This is the fruit of spiritual realignment. They have torn down what was false and raised up what is eternal. You will now start noticing patterns shift. Doors once closed will open easily. Conversations will feel guided. People who drained your light will be repelled by your presence without explanation. You won't need to fight for peace anymore. Your very existence will command it. Seraphina has wrapped your name in heavenly timing, and nothing meant for you will bypass you now. Archangel Michael says this final layer is the most sacred. You are now walking in your divine identity. Not who they labeled you to be. Not who your past defined you as. But who heaven has always whispered you were. Soon, someone from your past will try to re-enter your life. The angels urge discernment. They carry charm but not change. They come bearing apologies, but heaven sees the hidden motive. LM will raise a stillness in your spirit if they are not meant to return. Listen. Trust that stillness. On the other hand, you will encounter someone new, or someone quietly watching you from the background who carries divine alignment. They will speak your language without needing translation. You will know them by the peace they carry. By how your soul settles around them. Seraphina will guide this person toward you through timing you couldn't plan. A delay at the store. An unexpected visit. A message at midnight. It will seem accidental. It will not be. Heaven orchestrates nothing by mistake, Archangel Michael says. You will not miss this moment. You are now walking with such divine covering that what is meant to find you cannot be lost. Even if it circles away, it will come back. Even if it feels distant, it will draw near again. Do not return to what you've outgrown. Do not water what heaven has uprooted. Do not cling to who you were when the angels have already crowned who you are becoming. Ellen has cleared the path. Seraphina has opened the gates, and now heaven stands applauding your awakening. You are no longer in survival mode. You are in activation mode. Your light is not only returning, it is expanding. This is not just about your growth. It is also about your divine justice. Things that were stolen, opportunities, inheritances, love, peace, time, they are being returned sevenfold. Not because you demanded revenge, but because heaven decreed restoration. Archangel Michael says, your enemies will witness your elevation. But they will be powerless to stop it. What once worked against you will now work in your favor. In the coming weeks, watch closely for 3 things. 1. A sudden message from someone who had influence over your life, but whose absence ended up being a blessing. Your message will confirm what the angels have been whispering all along. 2. A divine interruption, a delay, detour, or missed moment that seems frustrating. When it happens, stop. Thank the angels. He is saving you from unseen harm. 3. A breakthrough that arrives with no logic, money you weren't expecting, a healing you thought would take years, a person who brings joy without explanation. These are manifestations of Seraphina's divine alignment. The more you yield, the more they will show you. The more you listen, the more they will speak. The more you act in courage, the more heaven will act in power. The atmosphere around you is changing permanently. This isn't emotional, it's spiritual. The veil between heaven and your everyday world has been lifted. You are now living in open communication with the angelic realm. Do not let fear try to pull you back. You're not the same person who doubted. You're not the same soul who begged for clarity. You have stepped through the veil. You have received the final message. And now, you walk in revelation. Ellen and Seraphina are not just protectors anymore. They are now partners in your calling. Their mission has upgraded. Their presence has intensified. Your story has shifted. Archangel Michael says, you will now be guided in everything, even the small things. What to say, where to go, what to release, and what to keep. This is divine intimacy. The angels are not distant. They are with you, around you, speaking through synchronicities, numbers, whispers, signs, and divine interruptions. You are part of something far greater than a single warning. You are part of heaven's rising army of light-bearers. This is why the enemy fought so hard to break you. This is why the shadows tried to keep you blind, because they feared what would happen if you ever woke up. Now you are awake. Now you see. And now, everything shifts. The last tear you cried in confusion has been caught in Seraphina's hands. She has offered it before the throne, and it has been answered with favor. The last betrayal you suffered was Elion's signal to draw his sword. Justice is emotion. The next time you look in the mirror, don't look for who you used to be. Look for the fire in your eyes. That is a reflection of someone anointed, someone called. Someone protected by heaven's fiercest angels. Your name is now wrapped in divine fire. Where it is spoken, angels will follow. Where you are sent, light will pierce through. Where you walk, healing will occur, even if silently. You are no longer trying to find your purpose. You are your purpose, and the world will soon see what heaven already knows. You were never ordinary. You were heaven's weapon of light from the very beginning. Archangel Michael says, Elian and Seraphina are no longer pleading. They are declaring, "It is done." You have received the message. You have been aligned. Now the miracles can begin. This is not just the end of a script. This is the beginning of the rest of your divine story. Heaven is rejoicing. Earth will witness. And you, child of divine fire, will walk in a way that no one will be able to explain, but everyone will feel. Glowing star, if you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks. With contributions of up to $1.20. Glowing star Archangel Michael says, the two angels are still here. Their wings spanning across realms, their light bending time and space to ensure you remain on heaven's chosen path. Even though their final warning has reached you, their mission is not finished. This is only the first wave of your transformation. Elian has descended closer to your earthy steps than ever before. You may feel it, a presence that steadies you when you nearly stumble, a warmth that envelopes you when despair tries to rise again. This is not imagination. This is heaven's shield wrapping tighter around you. Seraphina is still weaving threads in the unseen, tying together moments you haven't yet lived. She is speaking into the ears of people far away, stirring their hearts to think of you, speak of you, and prepare for your arrival into divine appointments. As you sleep tonight, something will shift in your dreams. Elian and Seraphina have been instructed to visit you in the night watch, the sacred hours when heaven whispers louder because the noise of the world is silent. You will see flashes of light, hear music without instruments, and feel as though you're floating above your earthly worries. Do not fear this. This is the angels leading your soul into a covenant of protection that cannot be broken. Archangel Michael says, by morning, you will wake lighter, as though invisible burdens have been peeled away. That is no accident. It is the angels removing chains that have been locked on your destiny for years, even decades. There are still hidden enemies, people who smile but speak venom when you're not there. These individuals thought they succeeded in dimming your light, but heaven has turned their plots into their own cages. Elian has already stepped into their meetings of deception. He has confused their words, dismantled their strategies, and turned their whispers into echoes that cannot reach you anymore. Seraphina is taking what they meant for your downfall and turning it into a bridge for your breakthrough. Every betrayal, every moment of sabotage, every false accusation is now fuel for your elevation. Nothing can stop what heaven has decreed. Your finances, once a source of anxiety, are also under divine reconstruction. The angels are redirecting streams of provision toward you that human hands cannot block. Unexpected blessings, contracts, gifts, support from unlikely places will soon flow into your life like a flood. This abundance is not just for comfort. It is for divine purpose. Elian is ensuring that when your resources grow, no darkness can manipulate or misuse them again. Your wealth will be protected and used to heal, build, and bless others as part of your destiny. Serafina is synchronizing every transaction, lining every opportunity, making sure that what comes into your hands remains and multiplies. The days of lack are being rewritten into days of overflow. Archangel Michael says, "Do not underestimate what is about to unfold." The transformation will be so visible that even those who doubted your journey will have no choice but to acknowledge that heaven has intervened. People will whisper in awe, "How did this happen so fast?" But you will know, it wasn't speed. It was alignment. It was angels finally given permission to finish what they began long ago. Even as you read this, portals of favor are opening above you. Opportunities that bypassed you before are circling back. Decisions made against you are being reversed in your favor. Your name is being spoken in rooms that matter. And not by accident, but because the angels placed it there. The spiritual warfare that once overwhelmed you will now feel different. When attacks try to rise, you will sense Elion stepping forward with heavenly fire in his hands. The battles that used to drain you will now end before they reach your doorstep. You will find yourself calm in storms that would have broken you before. Serafina will be whispering divine strategies, giving you the ability to move with wisdom instead of reaction. Every conflict will now become an opportunity for you to shine with heaven's light. And in time, you will not just survive these battles, you will lead others out of their own darkness. Elion and Serafina are not only protecting you for your sake, but for the many lives that will be transformed because you said yes to this divine moment. Soon, you'll feel an unexplainable urge to step into something bigger than you've dared before, a move, a call, a decision that feels too bold to make. Trusted, the angels are clearing the way even before you take the first step. But once required, struggle will now unfold with grace. Doors will open without you knocking. Answers will arrive without you asking. Divine alignments will feel like effortless miracles because heaven has already gone ahead of you. Archangel Michael says the angels are not just fighting to keep you safe, they are preparing to lift you high. The higher you rise, the more you will see why these warnings were urgent. From above, you will look back and thank heaven for stopping you from stepping into traps that could have shattered everything. Even your physical environment will shift. Eland has already begun to cleanse the spaces you dwell in. Hidden energies that once drained you are being expelled. Peace will settle in your home like a tangible blanket. Visitors will comment on how different it feels, even if they can't explain why. Serafina will lead you to make subtle changes, rearranging a room, discarding objects, opening windows at odd times. These are not random actions, they are divine instructions that reset the atmosphere for heavenly alignment. You will sleep deeper. You will wake more refreshed, you will feel your own body renewing as stress, sickness, and spiritual heaviness leave. Your very cells are responding to the angelic presence now surrounding you. Archangel Michael says, "This is not the end of a message, it is the unfolding of a new reality." The two angels who fought for this moment will never leave you. From this day forward, their wings will be your shadow. Everywhere you walk, heaven will walk with you. Every decision you make will echo with divine timing. Every obstacle will meet not just your strength but the full power of angelic intervention. The world will soon witness something extraordinary, not because you sought glory, but because you listened when heaven spoke. The angel's desperate last attempt has now become a victorious new chapter for your life. Glowing star, if you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $20. Glowing star Archangel Michael says, "Heaven has not stopped moving since the moment you opened your heart to this message." The two angels, Ellen and Seraphina, are still interceding fiercely for you before the throne. Their wings are not folded in rest. They are spread wide, shimmering with divine authority, blocking every dart that darkness hurls toward your future. While you sleep, the unseen realm is alive with movement. Angelic armies have surrounded your dwelling place, positioning themselves like fiery guardians at every corner. The plans of those who plot in secret are now visible to heaven's watchmen, and no harmful scheme will reach your doorstep without being burned away. Ellen had been assigned to dismantle ancestral ties that attempted to limit your destiny. For generations, there have been patterns of disappointment, cycles of betrayal, and whispers of defeat. Ellen now holds a flaming sword, severing every chain that tried to pass through bloodlines to hinder you. At the same time, Seraphina is writing your timeline. Missed moments that slipped through your hands are now being gathered like pearls on a thread. Heaven is not allowing your purpose to remain scattered. Every piece is being woven back together into a story of divine redemption. Archangel Michael says you will notice certain events repeating, not to trap you again, but to give you another chance to walk into them with wisdom. Encounters will resurface. Opportunities you thought were lost will stand before you again. Yet this time, guided by the angels, you will choose differently. Even relationships long broken will suddenly reappear. Some will return only to be closed properly, allowing you to release old wounds. Others will re-enter as transformed souls, bringing healing where there was once pain. This is Seraphina lining divine restoration. Step by step, day by day. Your dreams will deepen further. Ellen will bring visions of roads that split in two, of gates that open to light while others lead into darkness. These dreams are not abstract. They are spiritual blueprints showing you where the angels are steering your life. In waking hours, you'll begin to feel an unexplainable pull towards certain places, a park bench, a specific building, even a road you rarely take. When this happens, trust it. Ellen and Seraphina are guiding your physical steps toward divine intersections where miracles await. Archangel Michael says your sensitivity to the unseen will sharpen. Words spoken and lies will sound hollow to your ears. False smiles will no longer fool you. This is not cynicism. It is heaven's discernment rising within you. Financially, the angels are setting into motion a series of breakthroughs that cannot be intercepted. Heaven has identified the areas where you were shortchanged, business deals twisted in another's favor, promises of provision broken, resources stolen quietly from your hands. Ellen has stepped into these spaces with heavenly justice. Seraphina has opened scrolls with your name written on them, releasing blessings stored for this appointed time. Expect unexpected calls, messages, or open doors where money, opportunities, and resources flow without strain. This is divine repayment for every loss you endured. Archangel Michael says these blessings are sealed. No envious eye, no hidden plot, no earthly power can divert them now. As you read this, heavenly vaults are unlocking. In your personal relationships, a divine separation and gathering is underway. People who drain you will start to distance themselves without confrontation. Do not chase them. Ellen has pushed them out to preserve your spirit. Meanwhile, Seraphina is ushering in souls wrapped in divine alignment, mentors who speak truth, partners who carry loyalty, friends who reflect heaven's kindness. These connections will feel effortless as if you've known them for lifetimes, because spiritually, you have. Archangel Michael says this alignment is not temporary. It is part of your destiny's foundation. With these people, you will build legacies that echo for generations. The land beneath your feet is also shifting. Places that felt unsafe, unstable, or unwelcoming are being transformed. Ellen has marked your territory with divine light. Any plot of land, room, or path meant for you will no longer accept the presence of your enemies. Seraphina is charting out new territories where your influence will grow. Doors to cities and nations are opening, not for struggle but for divine assignment. Travel you never imagined will be offered to you, taking you into regions where your presence will bring healing and heavenly change. Archangel Michael says, "Do not fear these movements. Heaven's maps are accurate, every step will be guided, protected, and fruitful. Even your physical body is under divine transformation. Elion is cleansing your health, releasing heavenly strength to restore what stress and pain once stole. You will notice energy returning, clarity sharpening, and illnesses fading like shadows at dawn. Seraphina has commissioned healing angels to surround you during rest, working silently while you sleep. Every morning will begin with renewal. Even aging will appear reversed, for divine vitality is being infused into your very being. Archangel Michael says, this renewal is not just for your benefit. It is to sustain you through the greater calling ahead. A healed vessel can carry greater light, and your vessel is being prepared for an outpouring of miracles. In the realm of your calling, heaven is amplifying your voice. What once felt silence will soon echo like thunder. Elion is unlocking rooms of influence where your wisdom will be sought after. No longer will you be ignored or dismissed. Seraphina is aligning divine audiences who are ready to hear and be transformed by your presence. What you speak will pierce through pretenses and touch the hearts of even the hardest souls. This is the fulfillment of promises long whispered over your life. Archangel Michael says, prepare for this unveiling. Heaven is setting a stage that cannot be dismantled by man. Your destiny is stepping into its appointed hour. Archangel Michael says, the angel's desperate attempt has now become heaven's glorious victory. They no longer fight in silence. They move openly, rebuilding, restoring, and elevating every part of your existence. From this day, miracles will not be isolated events but a continuous flow. Blessings will chase you, doors will swing wide, and protection will surround you like a fortress. You are no longer just surviving. You are being enthroned in your rightful place in heaven's story. Glowing star, if you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $20. Glowing star, Archangel Michael says. What began as a desperate plea from Elion and Seraphina is now unfolding into a divine chain reaction. Heaven is not just protecting you anymore. It is repositioning your entire destiny. All around you, things are shifting. People you thought were immovable are being moved, systems that ignored you are now turning their focus toward you. Spiritual gates that were rusted shut are now swinging wide. These are not small changes, they are heavenly earthquakes breaking long-standing barriers. The angels are working tirelessly, day and night, shaping an unseen path beneath your feet. When you take your next steps, you'll realize the ground feels different, solid, glowing with the energy of heaven's promises being fulfilled in real time. Elion has now stationed warrior angels at every spiritual crossroad in your life. Whenever the enemy tries to place a snare or a false signpost to divert you, Elion steps in and burns away the deception. You will no longer wander or guess your way forward, clarity is becoming your constant companion. Seraphina has shifted into a new mission. Before she was pulling you away from danger. Now she is pulling you into divine acceleration. Appointments that would have taken years to manifest will begin appearing in rapid succession. Events that normally require struggle will seem effortless, as if heaven itself is carrying you forward. Archangel Michael says, this acceleration is intentional. Time that was stolen from you is being returned. Wasted seasons are being redeemed. The angels have set divine speed and motion to bring you into alignment with heaven's original schedule for your life. Even nature will start responding to your presence. Elion is commanding creation to bear witness to the new authority upon you. Birds lingering where you walk, sudden stillness in the wind, even rays of sunlight breaking through at precise moments. These are signs that heaven is confirming what is happening within your spirit. Seraphina is ensuring that when you speak, your words are carried by divine frequency. Conversations that once fell flat will now carry weight. Letters you write. Messages you send, even silent prayers will ripple through unseen dimensions, shifting outcomes far beyond your immediate reach. Archangel Michael says, do not be surprised if people begin saying they dreamed of you, heard your name unexpectedly, or felt drawn to you without explanation. These are not coincidences. These are the echoes of heavenly orchestration. The transformation does not stop with you. Elion and Seraphina's intervention will spill over into your family line. Members of your household who were entangled in cycles of fear, pain, or spiritual blindness will begin experiencing breakthroughs of their own. Elion has begun tearing down strongholds that sat on your bloodline for generations. Ancient wounds, curses, and battles your ancestors could not win are now falling because you chose to receive this divine message. Seraphina is guiding blessings toward your descendants. Blessings that will protect them from repeating the struggles you endured. The future is being rewritten, not just for you, but for those who will come after you. Archangel Michael says, this is legacy restoration. You are the chosen one through who heaven will break patterns that have lingered for centuries. Your yes to divine intervention has become the turning point for your entire lineage. In the realm of unseen enemies, a dramatic exposure is approaching. Elion has infiltrated the plans of those who spoke your name in darkness. Documents forged, accusations planned, alliances formed against you, they are all being unveiled and dismantled. Seraphina is aligning the right people to stand beside you when this exposure happens. You will not face it alone. When truths are revealed, justice will flow like a river, clearing your name and elevating your honor far beyond what was taken from you. Archangel Michael says, this exposure is not for humiliation, it is for liberation. What was whispered in secret will be shouted for your vindication. Heaven has declared your freedom, and nothing can hold you captive any longer. The angels are also moving in your spiritual gifts. Elion has unlocked visions, dreams, and discernment that were dormant within you. You'll find yourself knowing things before they happen, feeling shifts in the atmosphere, sensing danger before it arrives. Seraphina is awakening your voice. Whether through speaking, writing, or silent influence, you will begin shaping destinies around you. People will be drawn to your light, seeking guidance they don't even understand yet. Archangel Michael says, "This is not a burden, it is a mantle." The world is waiting for what heaven has placed inside you. Elion and Seraphina's mission is not just to protect you, but to prepare you to lead others out of their own storms. The divine presence surrounding you will only grow stronger. You may begin to notice unusual phenomena. Lights flickering when you pray, music that feels heavenly though no source can be found, even fragrances of lilies or roses with no flowers in sight. These are signs of angelic activity increasing in your atmosphere. Archangel Michael says, these manifestations are not for show. They are confirmations that you are now walking under a heavenly open portal. Miracles will flow naturally, healings will occur in silence, and peace will radiate from you like a shield. Elion and Seraphina are now fully integrated with your journey. Every choice you make will be filtered through divine wisdom, every path you take will be aligned with heavenly design. The days of wandering and confusion are over. This is not the final chapter. The angels are already preparing the next level of transformation where you will step into global impact. Platforms you never imagined will be offered to you, not for fame, but for influence that shifts hearts and nations. Seraphina is setting appointments with leaders, visionaries, and builders of change who will need your light. Elion is ensuring your safety and strength as you step into rooms where spiritual battles are fierce but heaven's victory is certain. Archangel Michael says, what started as a desperate warning is now a royal commissioning. You are not just protected, you are being enthroned as a divine warrior, carrying light into the darkest corners of the world. If you wish to express your support further,